So I know you guys have been loving my dump and push start recipes, where you just cut everything up and put it into the pot.
Hello.
Okay.
Do you have an onion that needs to be cut?
I do.
I'm going to cut this onion.
Okay.
How big do you want it?
Medium, please. Anyway, as I was saying, you love my dump and push start recipes. Today's going to be a little Italian. Hi, I'm Jill from thisoldgal.com. And today on In the Kitchen with Jill, I'm going to be doing a wonderful and easy pesto chicken in the Instant Pot pressure cooker. It's going to be so delicious, and it is low carb. If you want to make it with rice or potatoes, you can add that in. You can add the potatoes in. You can even add pasta. You can do it pot and pot with the potatoes on top, or the rice on top, or throw it all in. But today, it's just going to be low carb. So we're going to cook the chicken, and when we're finished, we're going to put some mozzarella cheese and sliced tomatoes. It's going to be fabulous.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. So normally I make this recipe with all white meat chicken, but I kind of prefer dark meat. So I'm going to use both. Now you can decide if you want to use all white, all dark, or both, whatever you and your family like. So the first thing to do is to put the onions in the pot, and onions in the pot, like that. So since I'm using both white and dark meat takes a little bit longer to cook than the white meat. So we're going to put the dark meat in first. Just like that. I need a thing to push them around. Here's my thing. So I'm pushing them around. So we've got the dark meat. Oh, he's singing back there. Got the dark meat on the bottom. Now with the white meat, the breast is going to go on top. Boneless and skinless, of course. Just makes life easier. Put that right on top. So far easy, right? So now you know I like to do homemade stuff. But this is a dump and push start, and this is okay. So I'm going to use jarred pesto. You can make it yourself if you like. I usually make it myself. It's really easy. It's just olive oil and pine nuts and some spinach. It's really, really easy. Also, instead of using separate seasonings, I'm just going to use a blend. So pour your seasonings on top, just like that, of Italian seasonings.
Isn't pesto basil?
Basil, what did I say?
Spinach.
Basil, I meant basil. Duh. All right, so I've ground the spices fresh. I like to do that. You want to put that away for me, please? So after we do that, I'm going to open this up. You can see there's a lot of oil on top, so mix it around. And you only need a bit. So we're going to put some just right on top, just like that. You don't want to overdo it because it'll be overwhelming. So make sure when you push it around, you don't touch the spoon on the chicken because that will contaminate it. All right, so we're just going to go like this. Now, some may like a lot, some may like a little of pesto. I suggest starting with a little bit less, and then after the chicken is cooked, if you want more, just add in an extra and mix it up. All right, so that's all I'm going to do right now. That's all. That's it. Did you want this? I saw a hand out of the corner of my eye.
No, I was just going to wipe up the mess.
Oh, that would be great. This isn't done for the show. He really does that when I cook. Cleans up after me all the time. It's pretty nice. All right, so here's the lid. I'm going to lock the lid on in place. I'm going to close the pressure valve. Now, again, dark meat cooks a little bit slower than white meat, but I'm going to go with the white meat setting of cook time. I'll take the white meat out first after, and I'll just let the dark meat stand another couple of seconds, so that will be cool. So I'm going to set my pressure cook button to, oh, it's way up there right now. I'm going to set it to 3 minutes. Sorry, I got my hands are all oily now from that. All right, so we're setting it to 3 minutes. Where are we? 2019. Hard to do it from backwards. All right, 3 minutes. There we go. And after it cooks for 3 minutes, I'm going to let it pressure release about 10 minutes, and then we'll open it up. So again, if you wanted to do rice with this, for instance, rinse your rice, take a trivet, put the pan in, put the rice in with some water, and make it pot and pot. So people who are not following low carb can have rice with the pesto chicken on top. If you wanted to make this a pasta, you can add your pasta in. I'll put all that in the recipe below. So I'll see you in a bit. So we're back. I must apologize. We had a little bit of a technical error with the overhead camera, so you're not going to see the overhead. You'll be able to see it from now on. Sorry about that. So I'm cutting up some mozzarella cheese and I've sliced some tomato, and the pin has dropped, so I'm going to open up the lid. Wow. So now you can see in there, and we're going to mix it all around so that we get the onions mixed in as well. You guys are probably wondering, why didn't she put liquid in the pot? Chicken releases a ton of liquid. So I'm going to just mix this around so everything's mixed well together. Alright. See that? I'm going to finish cutting up the mozzarella. So I've cut almost all of it, and the tomato. Okay. I think that's good. Although I'm sure Ed will say it's never enough cheese. So I'm going to move this over here. And I know we need more tomato. So let me cut that up. Alright, so here we go with the tomato. Okay. But here comes the fun part. Alright. We're going to add some cheese right on top of the chicken. Just like that. Alright, and now we're going to add tomato right on top of this so it wilts a little bit. Alright. Alright, so now we've got all the tomato on there. You're going to want to put the lid back on. Push. We've got it on keep warm, right? Yeah, I've already done it. It's on keep warm. So in a couple of minutes, the cheese will be nice and melted, and we'll be able to serve it. So as I was saying about the liquid, the chicken releases a lot of liquid, and that's why I didn't add any water. You can either pour out the liquid if you don't want so much, or you can use it, and if you've made some riced cauliflower or even mashed cauliflower, pour some on top. It's excellent. It's also great if you're making rice or potatoes, for those who are not following low carb, to pour it over. So I think what I'm going to do while this is melting, I'm going to cut up a little bit more cheese to put on top. This cheese will melt pretty much all the way. When we plate it, I like to put a little bit more cheese so it's not quite melted. So I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. I'm just going to cut it like that. You could grate it or you can cut it in slices. I'm cutting it very, very thin, like this, just to sprinkle on top. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so now that the cheese should be nice and melty, and the tomatoes should be nice and wilted. I'm going to plate it now. I'm going to open it up. Let's see. Yep, looks great. I'm going to add some to the plate.
Un momento, mine signora.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, I mean. I called him ma'am.
I think I would like a chicken pesto parmigiana sandwich on this toasted bun that I just happen to have in my back pocket.
That's terrific. Let me put some on the plate, and then I will make you a nice little sandwich. Kind of hard to get out of here. Look how wonderful this looks.
Not enough cheese.
Oh, I think it has quite a bit of cheese on it. All right, so how delicious that looks. That's the breast. That's going to be Ed's piece. What, I lost the tomato. Give me your bun. I'll just do it now. You got a plate?
No.
Look, you're messing me up here. I got cheese hanging from both ends now. Hold on, let me get you some tomato.
That'll work.
I got a plate for you. Now I got to give you this big plate.
I got hot stuff dripping on my
Put this
hand.
on your plate. Put that on there. Let me give you some tomato. All right, I know that's never enough cheese for you. All right, so let me get you some tomato. Like that. And another one. And I can't get it out of here. You want me to cut this up for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you just hold it for a second and let me get this out of the pot? Does that look good, Ed?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to plate all of it. Hopefully y'all will do it a little bit neater than me. Oh boy, you see all this cheese? This is delicious. Yum, yum. So, let me just put it on the plate. Like that. Like that. Oh my God. Look at that cheese. Who can resist that? Can you resist it? I don't think so. I think this may turn you into a pesto lover in case you don't like pesto. So let me just put it like that. Tomato on top. Like that. Alright, so let's put this cheese on top of it and let that melt. How does that look? Pretty fantastic. Put this to the side. Let me get Ed's bun. I'm going to cut it for him. Put the cheese back on. It's falling off. Costco makes some great ciabatta buns. Get some. So good to make a sandwich. Look at that. Yum. There you go. You know what, Ed, let me put this on your plate because otherwise your bun is going to melt right into the plate. Okay?
Yep.
So, you want to give it a taste?
Let the tasting begin.
I'm going to take a little bit for me. See if I can find some dark meat for me. Dark meat. Look at that. Yum. Tomato. Are you eating it?
It's really good.
Is it good?
Oh, it's really good.
All right, let me taste it now. All right. Chicken. A little tomato. If I can get the tomato. Here we go. A little cheese. Mmm. This is really, really delicious.
Want a bite? Nope.
So anyway, you guys, I will put the recipe down below. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. On Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram, I'm This Old Gal Cooks. So in all of my posts, I always will put all the stuff that I use into the recipe. Thank you so much for joining us on This Old Gal, and I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you again. Bye.
That's a wrap. Hey everybody, Ed here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us on social media. We'll see you in the next video.